Welcome to the Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins. It's Tuesday, so let's run down some news. What you gonna do, brother, when Hulkmania runs wild on you? If you're Gawker Media, you're gonna cough up $140 million. That was the total amount awarded to Hulk Hogan, aka Terry Bollea, in his sex tape lawsuit against the news network, which includes sites like Gawker, Jezebel, Gizmodo, and Kotaku. That total includes a $115 million verdict for invading Hulk's privacy, with another $25 million in punitive damages from Gawker and its founders. The courtroom didn't quite turn into a tables, ladders, and chairs match over the stack of money, but it did feature some quotes worthy of the WWE. The writer who first published the sex tape and accompanying article, former editor Albert J. Delario, at one point had some rather disturbing testimony about the age at which someone in a sex tape wouldn't be considered newsworthy. All in all, the sometimes skeezy news network lost a lot of money to a guy who goes on racist rants, so I'm not sure anybody really won except, privacy, I guess. But we all know how long privacy actually lasts on the internet, especially if you're a controversial presidential candidate named Donald Trump. Last week, Anonymous made headlines by claiming to have hacked and leaked the Donald's cell phone and social security numbers online. This, of course, prompted an investigation by the FBI and Secret Service into the matter, followed by nationwide news coverage. But as it turns out, the video was nothing more than a ruse, as Anonymous was simply referencing information that had been online for years. In a second video, Anonymous Red Cult explained that this was all just an experiment to demonstrate Trump's fascist tendencies, and that the investigation proves that Trump wants to turn America into a fascist dictatorship where anyone can be arrested for just posting old information online. Speaking of wild goose chases, a Bioware employee is teasing fans that he totally added Bioware's new upcoming IP at GDC, only nobody noticed. Senior Director of Creative Development, Alistair McNally, revealed this information in a tweet over the weekend, writing that he wore a t-shirt of the new IP while walking around GDC. Members of the Bioware forums and people all over the internet are now frantically searching for pictures of McNally from the conference, hoping to get a clue about the new IP. The property was first teased back in 2014 in a video update about Mass Effect Andromeda. Besides a character artist position for the new IP stating that it has believable characters, humanoids, creatures, and mechanical forms, we really don't have that much information on the property, although we do know the t-shirts are confirmed, and so get cyberstalking this guy, for the greater good. Last week, Valve brought back its new and improved paid mods proposition in the form of Dota 2 custom game passes, and sounds like they're already running into some problems, shocking absolutely nobody. Custom game passes, which allow players to support their favorite mods for the low price of $1 per month, are only available for one mod at the moment, the popular co-op RPG Rochebit Champions, which in itself is a pretty sick custom mode that turns the game into a cooperative PvE RPG. However, it turns out that its creator was actually using other people's content to support his mod, which was one of the biggest red flags with charging for mod content in the first place. Redditors, who else, discovered the mod was ripping off icons from a number of other sources, including World of Warcraft. Creator Ryan Chalkybrush Rasiopo initially defended the use by saying any content uploaded to the workshop immediately becomes Valve's property, which meant it was fair game for him to use. Other posters were quick to point out to him that that's not how that works at all, and that's really kind of theft in a way. Chalkybrush has since apologized and will now be replacing the icons with content he created or paid for. This is the world you wrought with paid mods, Valve. This is the world you wrought. Sony may be working on big changes of its own for the PlayStation 4. Over the weekend, Kotaku reported that Sony is at work on an upgraded version of their popular console, which is being referred to colloquially as the PS4.5. That's very catchy. The new beefier PS4 will feature an upgraded GPU that will enable the console to run games at a full 4K resolution, plus offer graphical enhancements for the upcoming PlayStation VR releasing later this year. Kotaku was able to verify this report from multiple developers who'd heard of the PS4.5 directly. It's rumored that Sony was also holding meetings at GDC last week to discuss the hardware. A release window and whether or not players would have to buy a whole new console to take advantage of this sexy PS4K are still unknown. Likely though, sorry. According to a survey Microsoft just sent out, it may be considering digital trade-ins of games purchased on Xbox Live. The survey, posted over at NeoGAF, asked users if they would take advantage of a program that allowed them to sell a digital version of a game back to Microsoft for 10% of its purchase price. That means a total of $6 of Xbox Live credit for a game that retails in stores for $60. The survey didn't offer any other details, like whether or not Microsoft would resell that license for less, but it did ask a number of questions about sharing digital games games, and if reselling games would make you choose digital over retail. While 10% might not seem like much, the current option is $0, so it's an improvement, kind of. Digital games may or not be worth the full price of admission, but the San Andreas Deer Cam was worth all of that and more. Mostly because it's free, but whatever. The point is that it's amazing. The Deer Cam is a live streaming view of a modded version of GTA 5, which follows a deer going buck wild through Los Santos. The modded deer, created by programmer Brent Watanabe, has been programmed to control itself and make its own decisions with no one actually playing the video game. I love it when video games don't even need you anymore. The unscripted Darby has so far wandered along a moonlit beach, caused a traffic jam on a major freeway, been caught in a gangland gun battle, and been chased by the police. So, everyday life for a deer in Los Santos. In the realm of just doing shit because we can, researchers from Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Lab have created a drone that can wait underwater for months before then taking off to the skies. The drone's sea-to-air capabilities allow it to tackle a variety of missions in a number of different environments, like hanging out under the sea for long stretches of time with Flounder and Sebastian as his buddies. Researchers say the most challenging part of the project was developing a machine that could survive water pressure and repel rust, but also lightweight enough to fly. This drone is called the Krakens. Of course it is. I'm pretty convinced they just came up with the actual words that stands for so that they could name it the Krakens, because it's called the Corrosion Resistance Aerial Covert Unmanned Nautical System, which makes no fucking sense, so Krakens it is. But no doubt it'll make it easier to spy on anybody and everybody, because America, right? Speaking of dangerous drones, one drone was the cause of a near collision at LAX. Over the weekend, a Lufthansa jumbo jet almost got Breaking Bad Season 2'd by a drone flying at around 5,000 feet during the jet's descent into LAX. According to the FAA, the two aircraft passed within just 200 feet of one another. Right now, current regulations limit drones from flying near airports and over an altitude of 400 feet, but it's not like that stopped drone pilots from testing the limits of their machines. This marks more than 40 reported incidents of dangerous drone activity near LAX. While this might seem like a good nightmare fodder for nervous flyers out there are very many of you, there have been a number of studies showing that the perceived danger of drones bumping uglies with planes is greatly exaggerated. Still, 200 feet, a little bit closer than anybody wants to be to a disaster. For anyone hoping to avoid a disastrous new entry in the Tomb Raider franchise, you might be in luck. Last week, rumors circulated that Star Wars The Force Awakens star Daisy Ridley was a frontrunner for the new Lara Croft based on a new line of games. The ones that Crystal Dynamics has been working on. And the actress has now confirmed that she's in talks to play the role. Speaking with The Hollywood Reporter after the Empire Awards, Ridley said there have been conversations and that she's waiting for someone to say, "I want you, let's do it." Oh, Daisy. According to IGN, the new movie installment will be a origin story. But hey, at least that's not the plot of every single Tomb Raider movie ever so far. Are you listening, Spider-Man? The script is also being written by the same guy who wrote Transformers 5, so make of that what you will. Maybe it will be doomed. As for Ridley's Star Wars co-star, John Boyega, he says he's played Tomb Raider, he's legit, and really needs to get on that. We agree. Also, Rey and Finn forever. So there's your Tuesday roundup, everyone. We'll have another one for you on Thursday, but in the meantime, let us know what you think of these stories in the comments. And for more updates about drones, pro wrestlers, video games, and more, like this video and subscribe to the Know. We got everything. Oh, God. Creator Ryan Chucky Brush. Oh, shit. Raciopo? Raciopo? That sounds rightish. Okay. Followed by nationwide nude coverage. Did I flub anything else? Los Santos? Anybody?
That one was not that bad.